Hi my loves, your Lady girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a Baddies season 4 episode, review. The name of this episode is called Eviction Day. Now before we hop into the review, make sure you like and subscribe because I'm trying to get to that 10K by the end of the day. And I appreciate you so much, baby. Okay, let's hop into it because that's what we do. So they're in a club and they're going back and forth. And from where I was standing, it looked like Mariah's sister got popped too. Everybody was like, yeah, because Mariah's sister, her big one, Mariah's sister, from where I'm seated at, it looked like Mariah's sister got popped too. And I don't know what y'all saw. I'm just telling you what I saw. It looked like the sister got popped. So they go round for round. They did like 2-3 rounds. Smiley's so funny because she loved fighting on a small girl, but she never wanted to fight one of those big black girls. She only wanted to fight the little small white passing girls, which, you know, I mean, she know the odds. She like, shit, I mean, I'm not a gambling woman, but I do understand the odds, bitch. I'm not too mad at you, I guess. Anyway, so they finished fighting. So Natalie's in a confessional. Like, I just feel like, you know, Natalie, Mariah and her sister did all of this damage in this club, Acapulco. Hopefully they got some money for this table because they broke the table in you know, Baddies East, you know, whatever. Like, Natalie, you got all this money that you're getting from the Zeus network. Zeus couldn't cover that. This whole storyline of Mariah taking the chain and this, that, and the third is causing you so much traction to the situation. You couldn't even pay for that? I ain't like that comment. It's giving cheap, phony, and fake, and I don't like neither one of those things. Anyway, Mariah was like, I'm glad my sister had a chance to do her big one because I wouldn't be on Baddies if it wasn't for my sister. And it makes me feel like it's because of the situation with the chain and Smiley, because if that's the case, you can go ahead and thank Smiley too then, sister. I mean, if we're doing the math, then you should go ahead and thank Smiley too. Anyway, so after the club, a part of Group B sits down and they say that, you know, they're so different. They're not really feeling Smiley. And I hate that all of the houses are so different and we can't even come together. And guess we need to kind of talk about this. This was first thing in the morning. And, you know, they get up. They're like, all right, we're about to go make a cup of coffee. And, you know, Rolly and ET are in the house and they kind of discuss what happened to the club. And ET is just like, yeah, well, somebody came up to me and hit me, boop, and was like, yeah, you know who I am, Big Biggie, Big Dominican, this, that, and the third. And Rolly was just there like, nah, I don't like that because last season on Baddies West, Biggie had people come up to the club and was trying to come at Sunny Girl too, and I kept that secret for her. Like, I didn't tell anybody, but that's weird that she keeps doing that, which kind of makes sense because what other reason was Stunna have somebody bring people with guns and stuff like that? Not unless she was really being like threatened with some real serious shit. Shout out to Stunna Girl. I feel like Stunna Girl, you be shaking the table and you ain't even here no more. Quick, I want to mention about Group B sitting down. Like, I like how the girls were just getting up, getting their day started. They didn't have on no makeup or anything like this. This was giving me real Bad Girls vibe club because remember they were recording this whole entire time. So when they were recording, you would capture moments when people's hair wasn't done and they were just getting themselves together and they were doing all of these different things. We don't really get that anymore. Everybody's so done up. Everybody is, you know, primp and proper, where it's like, okay, now you got an opportunity to really see these girls in a real natural state. I did like that and I did appreciate that. So back to Biggie and ET. So she like, yeah, well, we definitely gonna have to address that. You know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be quiet and cute, but you know, I'm a Virgo or some shit. I'm like, oh, ET's a Virgo. That's why I like her. I knew it was something. I knew it was very much something. It's just something about a good Virgo that I just thoroughly enjoy. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Actually, I have my reasons why. I don't have to share them here. But I love a good Virgo down. ET, girl, tighten up. Anyway, they were saying something about her wig that they cut off the dye parts of her wig and that's why her wig looked a little better. I don't even the fact that y'all seen that and peeped that is a wild to me. Girl, ET, they got you was better off just coming a little bit harder, but you should have got your little payday loan, got you a real couple of units or something, because baby, they on your head. Sky calls Nat, and Nat features a nice little 613 fringe wig. Now she had a fringe, you know, when we do the bangs, it's the Nicki Minaj Black China bang one. It's real thick and it hits you like right about here, like right where your eyelash can touch the. I miss it so much. Oh, I miss it so much. That was the time, that was the era. The Black China Nicki Minaj bang, when the lash could hit the bang. Banging. But Natalie has a fringe. The fringes are here, and fringes sprout like this. I like a good fringe too now. Think of Selenos, Enos, Dinos when it comes out. Oh my God, I love that. I need to figure out how I can get these locks down enough to get me a fringe bang. Natalie looked great. It's a point that I'm trying to make. And when they get on the phone, Sky is like, oh, you look so good, Nat. You look so great. Da, 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 da. And she's like, you know, pretty much everybody over here is wanting to send Smiley home. She pretty much let it be known that we're not really feeling Smiley anymore because she just be lying too much, and we don't really like that. So Maddie's like, well, we're gonna come over to your house and we're gonna really have a discussion. And she's like, all right, well, we'll see you soon. So then in the next scene we have Group A literally just sitting outside, and they were perfectly staged, perfect symmetry. Like, girl, y'all are just giving, it's just so unraw, which coming from Now That's TV watching some of the raw shit. Now what is, I'll say this here, Now That's TV lacks a lot of polish, a lot of tact, a lot of these different things, but what I can say I appreciate about it is the shit be raw as hell. The way that these girls were, Natalie, Rolly, Scotty, this, and then the two girls sitting in the pool, Mariah and what you call them. Okay, look at this ain't symmetry. Girl, I'm trying to figure out how to, I'm gonna just pause for a second. Let me just pause, because y'all don't even need to know that. They're sitting right here, perfectly sitting back at the camera. They like this. No, because at the end of the day, I just feel like, who the fuck told y'all to sit like that? Who thought that was a good idea? Like, people like me pay attention to shit like that. Like, that's not natural, organic. We see the house, we see what it is. We all want to go for an aesthetic, but Baddies is an aesthetic, but it's also too like a culture. Like, we want to see y'all in a real kind of way. That shit kind of really annoyed me. Pay attention to that scene. Look at the picture if I posted. Girl, that shit was very like intentional and super duper annoying because of what? Perfect symmetry, the perfect staging with the same kind of message. They reflect about the club, and Mariah's like, I'm so proud of my sister. She really stood on business. Girl, it's 1,001 things to be proud of. Anyway, ET mentions the man. And somebody talked about how Smiley has said, you know, our sprinter is good. Everybody else's sprinter ain't good because I got people following them. And they're just like, yo, I can't deal. I'm not going for this. Biggie brought up, you know, people around during the Betty's Westage that, you know, Biggie was bringing everybody around. This is what Rolly was saying. Biggie was bringing people around before, and that's not cool. So they seems like, well, we need to vote on who the girls are coming home. Mariah was like, at the end of the day, these are my family. I love them. These are the only people that I have. I will die behind them, and I will sit in jail, no bail money, even though we do have bail money, with a smile on my face, and I can't deal with this anymore. So we see the girls in Group B sitting around, and this is the next scene we're about to see. Now, they talked early in the morning. Now here it is, it's fucking 10 o'clock at night, and Natalie's house is finally showing up, and they're sitting around singing, we are a family like a giant tree branching up to the sky. Yo, period. I like Group B just for that, okay? We are a family like a giant tree, baby. I love me a good dream girls moment. Oh my God. I don't even want to, I'm just thinking of all the songs in the catalog, okay?
Jimmy wanna read, Jimmy wanna stay, Jimmy, what's my fun? What about me? What about, girl? I ain't gonna do it.
Girls, my weakness, chef's kiss. Anyway, the fact that they're sitting around singing We Are Family. I don't know how many times I bust out into that song before when that shit came out. We are family. And they sounded good too. Anyway, they won me over already with that. The girls come in, Sky's welcoming them, and she's like, oh hey. And Suki Hannah's friend, I want to call this girl Sequoia so bad. Sapphire says, you know, I hope they got some food over here because I'm tired of Natalie's just feeding us chips and Hennessy and Casamigos. I thought that was hilarious because Natalie does seem like she ain't cooking nothing. Natalie gives me very much white woman. I know she like, yeah, what's up? It's the Natalie show, but she still gives me white woman. I don't care what y'all say. Anyway, soon as the girls come in, soon as the girls arrive, Mariah just really gets at Smiley, and Smiley just sitting there like, yo, I told you I didn't want to fight no more, bro. I told you I was, girl, you can't pop it like how you pop it and then say I'm not fighting no more. Like, girl, no, go to fucking hell. And Mariah's like, I told you, no, you mess with my friend. Mariah reminded me of like a kid. You ever like mess with a little kid and you just fuck with them, and then they just had enough. You know, I don't care. I'm tired of my mom. Like, all right, bro, I ain't mean to fuck with you like that. Like, all right, come here, nephew. I'm sorry, my bad. No, I don't. Like, Mariah, and then she punched the floor. And that shit was the most unserious thing I ever seen. She got the veins going. She got the Erica minute going. We get it, Mariah. Don't mess with your family. We are family.
Okay, don't fuck with her family. Part of the same place. We're part of the same time.
So the ET, after that little punch in the ground moment, shaking the table. ET said, so who did you have this, that, and third? She said, why you had somebody tell me something? She like, who? Somebody at the club? What? Who? I don't believe you, Biggie. I don't believe you, Biggie. It's a lot of people who is just not, and I'm not saying I'm so linked up, y'all, because y'all know I don't give it up like that. Y'all know I don't. What's fair is fair, what's right is right. ET be doing some shit that's wrong, Rolly be doing some shit that's wrong, definitely. I don't believe Biggie didn't do that shit. The way that she said, who? The club? What? I don't think that she's innocent. I don't. Anyway, so
Dream doesn't make you satisfied.
they get a little tussling or whatever. ET kind of popped her, and they was like, well, we can figure out who did it. We have money. We can figure out who did it. And I just feel like that's just like a thief coming into your house. You have a crackhead come to your house and then they steal something. They help you look for it. Because who really says that? She could have just been like, nah, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. And just let her act crazy with the fact that who? The club? I don't know. Like, Because here's the thing. If it was after the show aired, cool. This was during the show. Nobody should have been leaking anything, not unless you're leaking stuff. And then now you got people responding and reacting saying, I can't control how my fans react. That's true. And apparently Biggie, like they love Biggie in New York. Big Dominicans, a large Dominican population in New York. So Biggie might have popped something to her close friends. Biggie might have said something to put somebody in the ear. Apparently they said that this is somebody that Biggie works alongside with often. So yeah, Biggie, how would they know that out of all the people to kind of come at ET? Not unless you said something. So it don't even add up. It does not add up. Y'all keep in mind, this is during the time of filming. Nobody would have known that they were having an issue or a beef. How would they know that? Not unless you said something. It's clear, it's simple. I don't know why y'all are, oh, it's a setup, they're trying to set Biggie up. Like, and two things can be true at once. Biggie is likable. Biggie is more relatable than, let's just say, ET. She's more of a fan favorite. But she could have also set that shit up, period. ET's talking to Camilla and she's like, yeah, don't you remember when the boy, and Camilla's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then she's like, yeah, when the boy hit me in the head. And she's like, oh yeah, I do remember that. Okay, so is you or is you ain't my baby? Because I'm trying to figure it out. And as they're talking, Rolly runs into Smiley's room, and Smiley just sitting there looking all stupid or whatever. She's like, here, I gave you something or whatever. So she was just like, yeah, pretty much you need to be out of here. It's an eviction notice. Nobody wants you here. And she just kind of hands it back to her. She's like, ain't nobody about to evict me out of here, girl. You need to go. So SUKI comes out of nowhere and she starts mediating. SUKI, one thing about SUKI, she's going to insert herself into something that have nothing to do with her, at least from her time here on Baddies. So Rolly is giving Biggie the letter. She's like, can you read the letter? And she was just like, well, I'm not going to read the letter. I'll read it on my own time. She's like, no, read the letter. I just gave Smiley hers. She was very understandable. When she said that, I thought that was so funny because she really sounded like a real landlady. Anyway, so Scotty's in the confessional and she looks good in that confessional. I will say that. And she says, I really feel like Biggie looks guilty. Because why are you acting like this, that, and the third? Why are you coming on and acting like this? Which I agree. She does look guilty because you explain too much. And that's what SUKI was saying. Like, you're doing a lot of talking for somebody who's claiming that you don't have nothing to do with this. It is what it is. And you're not acting like a baddie. So she was like, well, I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere. Nobody's going to tell me to go anywhere anyway. Like, well, you need to do something because you're really kind of losing it. Anyway, the next, so she's like, well, we're about to go. So ET at the same time is going into Biggie's room, like, all right, you're not leaving, cool. So she's going into her room and she starts taking her stuff. So they're like, this is Biggie and them. This is Sukihana and the Coochie girls, I'll just say, was like, yeah, she going in your room right now. She's touching your stuff and she's putting you out. So what are you going to do about it? And Biggie just sitting there like, I don't know. They said that she can't touch my stuff. It's in the contract. She said she can't touch my stuff. They can't touch my stuff. So she steady walking to the thing. She's like, what? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like that she can't touch my stuff. What I really feel like it was, Biggie didn't want to fight that girl. Biggie did not want to fight ET, and I don't want to say if she was scared or not, because why would Biggie be scared? She might be hurt. She probably just tired of fighting. You get tired of that shit eventually, because you don't know what poop gonna jump in or what. You don't know what to expect. Your adrenaline. So she keeps saying no, that she can't touch my stuff legally. And SUKI like, you keep talking about legally. That girl in your room touching your stuff right now. Sis, what you about to do? And it's a little bit of them instigating, putting the battery in her bag. And I don't know where we just see ET in her room coming out, pulling out her little suitcase, and Biggie still is off on her. Now, we're going to see in the next week's episode, ET's trying to push Biggie into the pool, which, baby, ET, you know, I don't know. That don't look like that should be what you should be doing. Crouch down like that. In that sports bra like that. In that wig like that, sister. We're going to see Sukihana sitting down with Smiley and whatchamacallit. It's just going to look like it's just... Next week episode is going to be another little bit of a 2% raw. The rest is all scripted, reality produced, extra story situation. Baddies is still doing it. It's not boring like how Joseline's episode was, but definitely my favorite right now is South Central Baddies. I mean, I'll say that before and I'll say it again. Let me know what y'all think. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you so much love and so much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.